craving Mexican? The Natsland has the best authentic Mexican.
Charge to number 12, John Chevy, first personal, first team foul. And for the goals, number 32, Ben Deering. Personal first team foul. And for the Cardinals, number 32, Jim Dilling. Personal second team foul. personal 13 foul. In for the ghost, number 4, Tyler Nearing. Number 20, Colin Specht. Second team foul. To the Kaukauna bench. This is their 4th team foul. seniors night. And the boys will be hosting the paper making.
Because it's funny, so D-Bone's in the house.
Last but not least, what are some of your expectations, your goals to this upcoming basketball season, which, as we said, will be your final as a senior?
I plan to be real competitive in the North Shore Conference and hopefully bring home a championship. I think we have the talent to do that. And as far as that goes, I'd like to a step further than last year. You know, up in Oshkosh, we had a disappointing loss, and I feel like if we pull together as a team, we'll be able to be successful in those games this year.
Dan, thanks a lot. Best of luck the rest of the season and in this game, and it was great talking to you.
You bet. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed that Meet the Bulldogs segment. We now continue tonight's halftime report by taking a look at the first half stats, beginning with the hosting Fond du Lac Cardinals. They scored 13 points in the first quarter. They scored 13 points in the second quarter. Very consistent scoring through 16 minutes of play for this Fond du Lac team. They've got 26 total points here at halftime. Scoring-wise, it's Chris Sabelick. It's the Sabelick show. He's got 2 3-pointers, 11 points on the game. John Shave has 2 points. Robbie Springborn, a guy we told you to watch, has 6. Derek Arndt with 4 points. And 4 points for Casey West, who has been a lethal threat all over the place, standing at 6'3" and is a senior. Bulldogs had 14 points in the first quarter, had 10 in the second. They have a grand total of 24 points, and that's why they trail by 2 here at half. Scoring-wise, leading the way, Mike Driftguy and Aaron Albrecht, both with 6 points. Both of them new members moving up from the JV squad. Then 5 points for David Lemon, 2 points for Andrew Kanitzer, Chad Dodens, and Justin Milkey to this point. Taking a look at some team stats, rebounding. We told you about how last year Fond du Lac actually out-rebounded CHS in that loss by 7 at 25-18. To this point, Cedarburg has 11 rebounds. Fond du Lac with 9. So the Bulldogs winning the rebounding category to this point, and they're also trailing the game by 2. Turnovers has been a big factor. Bulldogs have turned the ball over 7 times. Not going to win many games when you start to turn the ball over, when you start to get to double digits. They're close to that plateau. They got 7 at this point. And 5 turnovers for Fond du Lac. Field goals, the Cedarburg Bulldogs hit 9 out of 16 attempts. Bulldogs 9 for 16 from the field. Also, CHS 0 for 4 from downtown. For Fond du Lac field goals, they made 6. 6 out of 13. 6 for 13, about 50%, a little less, a little more. But it's getting the job done because they're making up for those missed shots from the free throw line. Fond du Lac from the free throw line was something like 6 for 11, 6 for 12. You get 6 free points without defense. That's fantastic. As for 3-pointers, Fond du Lac 2 for 6. And CHS from the free throw line 5 for 6. So very close game. I mean, the Bulldogs were up by a point after 8 minutes of play. They're now up by 2 after 16 minutes of play. It's been a back-and-forth great contest, and I expect to see a better second half. Bulldogs will come out pumped, as will Fond du Lac. It will be a great one. You don't want to miss it. That's been tonight's halftime report from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We're about to begin the third quarter and the second half from Fond du Lac. One new guy on this Bulldog bench now is one of the assistant coaches, that being Joe Teraboy. He was a senior in Coach Siebert's first year. Teraboy averaged 8.7 points per game on a 2000-2001 team that finished 8 and 13. He's also the older brother of James, so welcome to Joe, the older brother of James, and so welcome to Joe to this year's 2002-2003 Bulldog team. Or I should say, welcome back. Knocked out of bounds. 26-23, actually, is what they're telling us here at Fond du Lac. Doesn't make sense. We were told it was 26-24. Somebody screwed something up on the scoreboard high at top. Either we're messed up here, or they've messed something up operating that scoreboard. One way or another, Bulldogs have possession of the basketball with 7:20 to play in the third quarter. Mike Drifka to David Lemon. Look out, wide open off the glass. He could not finish. Rebound brought down by Derek Arndt. Robbie Springborn, left wing, being guarded by Justin Milkey. That's a three. That's good. How about that? Sean Bartelt hits the three-pointer. He's got 3 points. That is something else. Under the circumstances that he had a Bulldog hand in his face. That is 2 3-pointers we have seen made by Fond du Lac with a Bulldog defender's hand in their face. Dodens, Lemon, Albrecht. Whoa. Ever so close, but yet so far. Went around the rim and out. Robbie Springborn taking it coast to coast. Great athleticism by Springborn. He may have missed that shot, but give the kid credit. My goodness, he took it coast to coast and nearly hit that shot. Wow. Robbie Springborn going to the free throw line. Fond du Lac 6 for 12 from the free throw line on the game. Springborn's got 6 points. Make that 7. Fond du Lac has opened up a 7-point lead. And taking a look at my numbers, that is correct. It is actually 30-23. As Springborn going 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He now has 7. Second best on the team. Bulldogs need to start something fast offensively. Offensive rebound, Drifka a couple of times could not finish. Back the other way goes Sean Bartelt. He takes it coast to coast, cannot finish. Tip in, no good for Robbie Springborn. Checked that was Derek Arndt on the miss. Albrecht coast to coast. Did not get a high enough jump to finish that layup, and back and forth, fast-paced tempo to open up this second half. Last year on November 20th when these two teams met, it was the third quarter that put the game in the win column for CHS. It was very close at halftime. In fact, it was 23-18. Cedarburg was down by 5. The third quarter, Cedarburg outscored Fond du Lac 17-5, and then outscored them 14, or actually tied them in points at 14 apiece in the fourth quarter to pick up that 7-point win. So last year the game was decided in the third quarter. That could be the case yet again here tonight as Fond du Lac is dominating here in this third quarter. They have scored the first 4 points. They have opened up their biggest lead of the game at 7. It's 30-23 as Aaron Albrecht draws the foul. It's called against Chris Saberlich, the go-to guy who had 11 points in that first half. John Shave subbing into the Fond du Lac lineup. Well, we got a moment. Let's take a look at the ever-popular third quarter trivia question. Who scored the first CHS basket last season? Here's a couple of hints. It happened here in Fond du Lac, and the same player had a game-winning shot in a second-round playoff game against West Bend East on March 2nd. The answer's coming up towards the end of the quarter. So again, we're asking who scored the first basket of the 2001-2002 season. Here's a clue. Here's another clue. The kid is in the building here tonight. Milky, top of the key, against Robbie Springborn up top. Dodens tried to set the pick, and in the process, we have an offensive foul against CHS. Fouls was the story in that first half. Both teams combining for 17 total fouls in the first 16 minutes of play. 3 minutes and 13 seconds into this third quarter, both teams with 1 team foul apiece. Saberlich, not afraid to shoot the basketball from downtown. He's made 2, but he misses that one right there. And a push down low, and it was blatant from here as John Shave tried to go up and under. It's the second team foul now. And we await to see who it's against. It is on Dodens. That is his third. He is 2 fouls away from fouling out of this game. In case you have not remembered the high school basketball rules, it is 5, and you're gone. Not like in the NBA where it's 6. In they go to Casey West. He had 4 points in the first half. Springborn to West. Saberlich Nearly got hit by Jim Dilling, number 32, his own teammate. Milky all up in Springborn's groove thing. And a foul on Milky. That is his third. 7-point Fond du Lac lead. Bulldogs still looking for their first point of the third quarter. We nearly played half of this third quarter. Saberlick, yes. Chris Saberlick has 13 points. That's a game high. And he opens Fond du Lac's lead up to 9. Albrecht, yes. Aaron Albrecht with 8. Again, it's Chad Donitz, who was very selfish last year. Unselfish here this one is Robbie Springborn has points number 8 and 9. But last season, Donitz was unselfish player, and in times that almost hurt the Bulldogs because he'd pass up good shots to give it to a teammate, and he's doing just that today, except he's finding the wide open guys back door and whatnot for easy baskets. Milky for 3. Tipped by Donitz. Albrecht, Drifka, somebody fighting for the basketball. Drifka offensive board. Donitz thought about a deep 3. Nice pass again. Donitz finding the open man. Albrecht cannot finish. Drifka the loose offensive rebound. Back up strong. Yes, Mike Drifka hits. Drifka with 8 points. It's now just a 7-point Fond du Lac game. 34-27 with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Taking it coast to coast, now finishing was shaved. And now a whistle, and it's against the Bulldogs, and David Lemon can't believe it. It obviously was so blatant because you had the Fond du Lac fans standing up. You had Dick Diener and the whole team bench standing up. And so one way or another, it is Fond du Lac basketball. The throwing up coming for Chris Saberlick as number 20, Sean Bartelt, gets set to sub in. Subbing out, Casey West. So here comes that throwing by Saberlick as Kainitzer could not get in time. Springborn, just a lack of concentration. Watches the basketball go out of bounds as Kainitzer comes in and replaces Aaron Albrecht. Our next tape-delayed telecast of Bulldog Boys varsity basketball will be of next Friday, December 6th matchup against Milwaukee Madison. The game will air on Channel 14 on Sunday, December 8th at 6 o'clock. It's Bulldog Athletics all year long on TV 14, your ultimate CHS connection. Dan Morgan also back in as Donitz for 3, top of the key. Boom, shakalaka. That's a 3 for Chad Donitz. He had 5. And that is, by the way, the first 3-pointer the Bulldogs have hit tonight. And on the season, it's just a 4-point game when once upon a time, Fond du Lac was on top by 9. A steal by Kainitzer. Intended pass for number 32, Jim Dilling. Donitz. Nice pass to Morgan. Long deuce. Rebound, Dilling. Robbie Springborn to Saberlick. Back to Springborn. For the Bulldogs, you got to play great defense up top because this team loves to shoot the 3. We have seen it a couple of times, actually more than that throughout this contest. Chris Saberlick continues to move it around to John Shave. Saberlick being guarded by the sophomore Dan Morgan, the youngest guy on the varsity boys roster. Saberlick with a game-high 13 points. Springborn blocked by Morgan as he went up for 3 and a delayed whistle. Coach Siebert can't believe it. A delayed whistle on a 3-point attempt by Springborn as he got blocked by Dan Morgan. And the officials hearing it from the Bulldog crowd. Robbie Springborn to the free throw line. And the official explaining things to Coach Siebert. They call the foul on Donitz. That is his 4th foul. And Coach Siebert immediately waving at the official. Donitz has to sub out. Check that. I thought Dan Morgan hit him. And that's what I think Coach Siebert is talking about to the official. That's what I was going to say. I thought I was kind of messed up here. I thought it was on Dan Morgan, not Donitz. Both officials talking things over. And I think the reason they thought it was on Donitz is because Donitz went over to the official and talked things over with him and explained, hey, what the heck's going on here? If that is the case, that's good news. It is on Dan Morgan. That's his second personal foul. That's a good thing because had it been on Donitz, that would have been his fourth, and then one more and he would have been gone. Saved by the whistle. Springborn hits the first free throw, 5 points. Fond du Lac lead. Fond du Lac has been living in paradise from the free throw line. 8 for 15, 9 for 16. He will get another due to the fact he was fouled on a three-point attempt. This to add to Fond du Lac's lead. It does. Springborn, a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. He has a second team best of 12. 7-point Fond du Lac lead. Their biggest is 9. Albrecht being defended against by John Shave. Gets to Mike Drifka. Andrew Kanitzer over to Dan Morgan, right side. Drifka is wide open until he bounced that basketball. Then the defense was applied by Kyle Shepard and a steal. Steal right back by Drifka. Bodies flying everywhere. We got a whistle on a foul. Apparently it's on Jim Dilling. And it is on Jim Dilling. Mike Drifka will inbound the basketball. Great crowd on hand on Thanksgiving weekend from Fond du Lac. Here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Fond du Lac in French meaning bottom or far end of the lake. And the reasoning behind the name Fond du Lac is because Lake Winnebago not too far away from this neck of the woods. 7-point Fond du Lac lead. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the quarter. The trivia question and answer coming up in just a moment. Albrecht at a steal. John Shave cannot finish. Shave his own rebound. Put back. That bounced straight down after it ricocheted off the bottom of that rim. Chris Saberlick. Back up top to Casey West. 50 seconds left in the third. Sean Bartelt moving it back to Chris Saberlick. Saberlick waits and holds, finding the open man. That just so happens to be John Shave. Fond du Lac has dominated this third quarter. They have outscored the Bulldogs quite a bit. 11-7. Sean Bartelt to John Shave. Shave being guarded by Donitz. Couple of fans wanting a 5-second call. Sean Bartelt tripping and falling. Loose basketball. Sean Bartelt. Check that. That was, in fact, Bartelt who went down, got tied up, and a timeout being called by the Cardinals. Here's tonight's third quarter trivia question and answer. Who scored the first CHS basket last season? As we said, a couple of hints. It happened here in Fond du Lac. And this same player hit a game-winning shot in a second-round playoff game against West Bend East on March 2nd. A player who just so happens to be here tonight in Fond du Lac. I don't know if we can find him anywhere, but the answer is Blaine Miller. He scored the first basket of the season after stealing the ball. He then went coast to coast on a fast break, easy layup that ricocheted off the backboard and down the hole. So Blaine Miller is tonight's third quarter trivia question and answer for this telecast. Blaine Miller, now a member of UWM as a student. Also known for his soccer skills. 10.92 seconds left in the third, and a 7-point Fond du Lac lead. They have possession of the basketball coming off of their own timeout. Driving, dishing, Springborn wide open for three. He got it. Buzzer sounds. We play 3 quarters of basketball. Fond du Lac with their biggest lead of the game at 10 as Robbie Springborn capitalizes on a wide open three-pointer from the corner. So after 24 minutes of play, it's the Fond du Lac Cardinals 40 and the Cedarburg Bulldogs 30. This is it for the Bulldogs. Just 8 minutes left in this game. In regulation, CHS got outscored 14-7 in that third quarter, and currently find themselves down by 10 after Robbie Springborn hit a wide-open three-pointer from the corner, giving him a game-high 15 points. Oh, me, oh, my. On the game, Fond du Lac, 4 for 10 from downtown. All of those three-pointers being hit. There are 3 of them by Saberlick and 1 by Springborn. Koenitzer, Milky. Bulldogs start off the third quarter with possession of the basketball. David Lemon wide open, goes up strong, and the foul! David Lemon capitalizes at a baseline. For David Lemon, he now has 7 points. We'll go to the free throw line for the extra point. As we said, Lemon, 55.9 free throw percent shooter a year ago, going 19 for 34. Looking to get the free throw right here to go to give him what would be a team high 8 points, which would match him with Drifka and Albrecht, who went scoreless in that third quarter. David Lemon now 2 for 2 for the free throw line. Both of his free throws coming on what was a finished three-point play. Bulldogs back to within 7. They get their 3 points back after giving up a wide open 3 to Robbie Springborn. Saberlick has 13 points as that one bots off his foot. Great hustle by Aaron Albrecht. Backcourt violation. As the loose basketball was picked up by Robbie Springborn, the fans letting the officials know that, hey, it was touched by a Bulldog. It should be Fond du Lac ball still. The official apparently missed it. They said Fond du Lac had that one bounce off their foot and went the other way. Therefore, there's a backcourt violation and a Bulldog possession of the basketball. Derek Ernst subbing in and replacing Kyle Shepard. Seven minutes, 15 seconds to play in the game. Dogs down by 7. Donance slicing and dicing, shooting off the front of the rim. Lemon the offensive rebound. Too strong rebound, finally brought down by Casey West. That's one thing we have seen a lot from for the Bulldogs in this game is offensive rebounds, something we did not see a lot of last year. Last year, the Bulldogs had 163 offensive rebounds, but 406 defensive rebounds. Robbie Springborn to Chris Saberlick. They continue to move the basketball around. Sean Bartelt, free throw line jump shot. Barely drew iron. But again, the offensive rebound there for Casey West. Rebounding. Bulldogs with 21, Fond du Lac with 15. Rebounding hurt CHS last year when these two teams met, but the Bulldogs still picked up a 7-point victory. Offensive foul against Fond du Lac as Mike Drifka attempted to sub in, but they said, I don't think so. Not yet. The foul is called against Sean Bartelt. And now if you're the Bulldogs, you need to get a basket here. This is the possession. You need to put the ball in the hoop. You're down by 7. You scored the only points of this fourth quarter, that being 3 on a 3-point David Lemon play. Now they got to add to it. Again, they go inside the Lemon. Why not? Almost got the shot to fall, but hey, he drew the foul. A bonus. Lemon is 2 for 2 from the free throw line in this game. Bulldogs 6 for 7 from the line on the game. Great free throw shooting team. That's what's going to help them if they plan on winning many games and winning their first conference title in 36 years. Bulldogs, as we said, they were 247 for 413 from the free throw line a year ago. Lemon is now 3 for 3 in the game. Lemon has a team high 9 points. And they needed Lemon to pick it up. With Paddock and Derek Moore not eligible for this game, they're not available. He misses the second. He now is 3 for 4 from the free throw line, but the offensive rebound yet again is there. 6-point game. Fond du Lac on top, 40-34 after outscoring the Bulldogs by 7 in the third quarter. After Fond du Lac had a 3-point lead after 2, and Bulldogs had a 1-point lead after 1. Milky off balance, missed the shot, drew the foul. High school varsity hockey is about to face off. Don't miss Bulldogs hockey from the Ozaki County Ice Center next Saturday, or this Saturday, November 30th, as CHS plays host to the Milwaukee Pius Popes. The puck is scheduled to drop at 9:15 p.m. It's CHS Athletics. Don't miss a game. Milky hits the first free throw. Justin Milkey went 4 for 4 from the free throw line a year ago. 100% from the charity line. Wow, we jinxed him on that one. Right on cue, he misses on the second attempt. Milkey now with 3 points on the game. Fond du Lac with a 5-point lead. Bulldogs have scored all 5 points in this fourth quarter. Fond du Lac has yet to score. Saberlick got bumped. And to his delight, he gets the whistle to blow. The foul is on Justin Milkey. Check that, Mike Drifka. Drifka is now number 22 for this CHS team. He picks up his second. Both teams again racking up the fouls. Both of them have 16 fouls here in this second half. That's too many, if you ask me. After we saw the first half, both teams racking up 16 team fouls altogether. 9-7 in favor of CHS. Not a category you want to be favored in by any means. Robbie Springborn, top of the key, being defended against by Justin Milkey. Casey West trying to get in the hands of Sean Bartelt. Back to West, who stops, drives. Nearly had that one taken away as it was intended for Derek Arnn, who ended up getting that basketball. Bartelt had that one blocked by Lemon, and now a whistle. It doesn't take very much to get the whistle to blow here in this game. All you got to do is fall on the ground, and you get the whistle. Lemon picking up his 4th personal foul. That is now the 7th team foul. We've seen 13 team fouls here in this second half. We have seen 29 in the game. Way too many. These officials have to let these players play. I mean, it's just opening night. Let them get away with a couple of things. I mean, for crying out loud, we still have at least 20 more games to go after tonight, including a WIAA first-round regional. Bartelt will get another. That's the first point for Fond du Lac here in this fourth quarter. And we've played 3 minutes and a second. Cardinals on top by 6 at 41-35. Bartelt misses the second offensive rebound there by Derek Ernst. And again, boxing out has also been a problem. Sure, the Bulldogs have gotten their fair share of offensive rebounds, but they can't box out, something they're going to need to do if they want to win the conference title for the first time in 36 years. Since the 66-67 season, which saw Jack Freeze lead the team with 22 points per game. I bet you didn't know that, unless you're Jack Freeze. We got a tie-up possession arrow pointing to Fond du Lac. They will maintain possession of that basketball with 4:35 to play and a 6-point lead for the Cardinals over the Bulldogs. Throw in for Saberlick. Up top, Springborn. Springborn. Derek Arndt. Nice pass down low to Bartelt, who moves it back up to the top of the key. Fond du Lac trying to play keep away from CHS to waste some time off that clock. And anybody that's been a watcher of Bulldog basketball here on Channel 14 knows that I think this is the weakest way to win a ball game, is to play monkey in the middle, keep away from CHS. CHS guilty of it quite a bit last year. Casey West has 6 points. And that may have been the icing on the cake. It's an 8-point Fond du Lac lead, but if Fond du Lac continues to play runaround with the basketball and wasting lots of time off that clock, it will cause for the Bulldogs to have a lot of problems to make an 8-point comeback and make great defensive stops and be able to turn those into points with 3:43 to play in the game. We have a full timeout being used by CHS, which gives me the opportunity to tell you our next tape delay telecast of Bulldog Girls Varsity Basketball will be Saturday, November 30th matchup against either Racine Park or Milwaukee Hamilton. The game will air on Channel 14 on Wednesday, December the 4th at 8 p.m. It's Bulldog Athletics all year long on TV 14, your ultimate CHS connection. By the way, Bulldog Girls Varsity Basketball team now 0-2. They lost big to Brookfield East today. And from what I'm told, they should get a win on Saturday against either the Racine Park Panthers or the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. But we will see. That will be a game you can see right here on Channel 14. Well, not much to tell you about except for the fact that it was a pretty close game through, 16 minutes of play. Then came the third quarter in which Fond du Lac outscored CHS by 7, 14-7. Here in this fourth quarter, Bulldogs have outscored the Cardinals 5-3. It really doesn't make a big difference due to the fact it's still 43-35. Cardinals on top with 3:43 to play in the game. And it makes you wonder, had Paddock and Derek Moore been available, and you don't like to say what if, but I think we'd be talking about a Bulldog 8-point lead at least right about now. But the fact of the matter is, both of them unavailable to play in this game. So whatever goes, goes because of the way the players that did play played. Mongovan offensive rebound after a Kainitzer miss, and he had that one taken straight out of his hands by Derek Ernst, and a foul from behind by Mongovan. Don't miss history unfold as the girls varsity basketball squad will help open up the brand spanking new CHS Fieldhouse with their home opener at 6 o'clock on Friday, December the 13th. It will be a night in which the Fieldhouse will be dedicated to us people. To those people, not us people, but those people who made this dream a reality. The night will conclude with the boys varsity basketball game against the Highlanders at 8 o'clock. That's December 13th. You don't want to miss a game. Telling you gotta love the fans here that made the trip from Cedarburg, drawing nice pictures of me. I think I still have a picture from last year that somebody drew of me from a Homestead game. Derek Arndt making the first free throw. He will get another. This for point number 6. Rebound, Drivka, he went down. Fond du Lac fans wanted to travel. Kainitzer. Up top, Milky. Back to Kainitzer. Bulldogs playing around the perimeter before they drive inside. Donuts back out. Great defense being played by Sean Bartelt. Drifka to Kainitzer. This is Milky, left wing. That's a 3-ball. Foul down low as Aaron Albrecht and Chris Saberlick got tied up. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the game. Fond du Lac on top by 9. 44-35, and things not looking good at this point. Bulldogs won last year's meeting by 7. It looks as though Fond du Lac will even up the all-time season series at 1 game apiece, as this is just the second meeting all time. Aaron Albrecht to the free throw line. Bulldogs at the free throw line shooting 8 for 11. Not bad. On the 1-and-1, Albrecht will get another. Aaron Albrecht in his first game at the varsity level now has 9 points, looking for point number 10. It's coming up right here. As we said, he played for the JV team last year. This year's young JV team, who played freshman basketball under James Turner, has that free throw no good. This year's JV team, who played freshman ball last year, compiling a record of 11-3. They lost tonight to Fond du Lac's JV team, 45-37. You can see the JV Bulldogs in action on next Friday against Milwaukee Madison. The tip-off for that game is scheduled for 5:45. The freshman team, which has a lot of the younger varsity players on it, their first game will be on Friday at the old CHS Gymnasium, also against Milwaukee Madison at 5:45. Kainitzer cannot hit. Rebound from nowhere, brought down by Sean Bartelt. And it's an 8-point Fond du Lac lead, and they have possession of the basketball. Wide open, Bartelt. Nice pass. Look out, West. And an offensive charging on West. Cedarburg fans were standing up. They were about to complain that it's a bad call. Next thing you know, the official called for charging. Dick Diener just turns around. He can't believe it. And the Fond du Lac fans are absolutely stunned by that whistle. Both teams with 18 fouls to this point. It's an 8-point game with 2 minutes to play. Dodens to Milky. Bulldogs trying to make an unbelievable comeback. Coach Diener yelling at the official about something. His face turned bright red. He's not happy about something. As Dodens got it to Drifka. Mike Drifka. Foul on West. That is the 9th team foul on Fond du Lac. We've seen 17 fouls here in this second half. we have seen 33 team fouls altogether in this game. Mike Drifka to the free throw line. First things first, John Shave coming in and replacing Casey West. West leaves the game with 6. He fouls out. Drifka on the 1-and-1. He will not get another. Rebound brought down by Derek Arndt. And something we kind of talked about at the beginning, free throws, they would come down to free throws. And right there, that pretty much did it. Some of the fans beginning to head for the exit signs here at the Fond du Lac Fieldhouse and get set for what will be a long ride home. Drifka, Albrecht. 1:20 to play. Bulldogs down 8. 44-36, the fifth quarter post-game show to follow. Drifka, no good. Koenitzer, back up strong, yes sir. And Coach Seaver calls a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Koenitzer now has 40 points. Stay tuned for the fifth quarter post-game show. We will recap this 32-minute contest, name a Bulldog player of the game, and preview next Friday's game against Milwaukee Madison. We will also talk about Fond du Lac's next game against Neenah on Tuesday to open up their conference play. Plus, we will preview Saturday's girls varsity basketball game against either Racine Park or Milwaukee Hamilton from Brookfield East High School. That's tonight on the fifth quarter post-game show. Immediately following tonight's game, you don't want to miss it. It's the post-game show from Fond du Lac, and what we hope will be one of celebration. We're hoping the Bulldogs can make a remarkable comeback. They're down by 6, 44-38 with 1 minute and 4 seconds to play. How many times last year did we see the Bulldogs in this position? Only they had the lead and blew it at the end. One of them I can talk about right out of the top is the fact that look at February 22nd at Grafton. Bulldogs had a 6-point lead with about under 2 minutes to go and lost that game 49-47. So stranger things have happened than watching teams blow 6-point leads with a minute to go. We saw the Bulldogs make all kinds of remarkable comebacks back in March in that game against Sheboygan North. It was unbelievable until Sheboygan North hit that 30-foot estimated three-pointer that won the game by Brad Wayner. Springborn at Sabelick wide open. No point in fouling him because he's going to make the free layup one way or another. Sabelick is tied with Springborn for a game-high 15. 45 seconds to play in the game. Milky wide open. That's a 3-ball. Boom, shakalaka. Bulldogs are not dead just yet. Timeout CHS. Justin Milky's got 6 points. That's the first three-pointer he has hit to this point. 42.45 seconds to go in the game and a 46-41 lead for Fond du Lac at 5. And now, as is the case in many basketball games, you might see the Bulldogs start fouling and making Fond du Lac earn this victory from the free throw line. On the game, the Cardinals are shooting 7. Get this, if this is correct, 7 for 20, check that, 12 for 21 from the free throw line. One way or another, that's still not a great free throw shooting percentage for what you should be able to shoot when you're wide open, no defense in your face. Oh boy, oh boy. Can't wait to see how this one ends at 42.45 seconds. Bulldogs looking to avoid being swept. As the JV team lost earlier, and now the varsity team looking to avoid just that. Bulldogs have outscored Fond du Lac 11-6 here in this fourth quarter, but still find themselves down by 5. They have cut the Cardinal lead down in half from that of after the third quarter when the Cardinals had a 10-point advantage. Here we go. Defensive pressure and plenty of whistles will be heard through the next 42 seconds. Bartelt in to West. He is wide open. Nobody in West's area to foul him. Then he loses possession of the basketball. Steal by Milky. Here come the Bulldogs. Milky loses it. We got a butterfinger on all areas of this floor as they lose basketball going every which direction. And finally a foul call on Justin Milky on Robbie Springborn. Not the guy you wanted to foul, because now Springborn going to the free throw line. He's been fantastic from the charity line all game long. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you. Bulldogs were ever so close to a near steal. But again, butterfingers, I think, played a factor in that one. It was going under everyone's leg. Nobody could get a grip on it and pick it up. Springborn going to the free throw line. 28.66 seconds left in the game. It's a 5-point advantage, and Springborn, who has been something else from the free throw line. Misses on the 1-and-1. Milky the rebound. He loses handle again. Regains it back to Donitz. Donitz from downtown. Albrecht fighting for the loose ball and fouls Bartelt in the process. In my opinion, it's too soon for a three-pointer. You should have gone in for an easy deuce, then foul, and let's say they miss. It's a three-point game. You have possession of the basketball. But under the same circumstances, had Donitz made that way downtown three-point field goal, it would have been a two-point game, and the best Fond du Lac would have been able to do is make it a four-point game. Fans really beginning to file out now. As Sean Bartelt goes to the free throw line, he's got 4 points on the game. Make it 5. Oh, did that just rattle home. Fond du Lac finds themselves on top by 6. 47-41. Misses that one. Donitz the rebound. Donitz has to fire a 3. Instead gives it to Milky, who's made a 3. A wild three-point attempt that came close as Saberlich got pushed from behind by Aaron Albrecht. Albrecht tried to get Saberlich to touch that basketball before it went out of bounds, but to no avail. 8.11 seconds to play, and unfortunately, the 2002-2003 season will begin with a Bulldog game that goes in the lost column. In the Milky they go. Fond du Lac by 6. Donitz was out of bounds before he shot that 3-ball. Fond du Lac basketball. Donitz heel stepped on the sideline. Inbound upcoming by Sean Bartelt. Fond du Lac fans having all kinds of fun. Their team about to put this one in the win column against a very good CHS team. There's a lot this Bulldog team still needs to work on for next week's game against Milwaukee Madison. But you can't deny the fact that they played a good game without Paddock and without Derek Moore. Can you imagine when those two players come back next week to play Milwaukee Madison, how explosive this team's going to be offensively? Donitz, check that. Milky had foul out of the game. He is being replaced by Dan Mongovin. Milky leaves with 6 points to his total. Fans having all kinds of fun with the Bulldogs due to the fact they are predicted to win the conference title for the first time in 36 years. They are ranked 6th in the Division I preseason state rankings and 5th in the area preseason rankings. Been a long time, 2 years to be exact, since Fond du Lac has been able to say anything to those effects. Springborn again. He goes 1 for 2. Springborn has a game-high 16. Donitz taking his time. Lead is 7. Donitz top of the key for 3. In and out, loose basketball. Mongovin at the buzzer. Does it count? No, it does not. Siebert having all kinds of words with the official. It looked like it was out of his hands by the time it went up. Hey, we need instant replay. That was at the buzzer. It's not going to make a difference one way or another as Fond du Lac has defeated Cedarburg by the final of 48-41. This is Bulldog basketball on Channel 14. Back inside the Fond du Lac Fieldhouse to our announce position. Bulldogs lose this contest by 7 at the final of 48-41. This is the 5th quarter post-game report. Take a look at this game. Fond du Lac was down to CHS 14-13 after 1 quarter of play. Then Fond du Lac outscored CHS 13-9 to take a 26-23 lead at halftime. The third quarter is what won the game for Fond du Lac, outscoring CHS 14-7, taking a 40-30 advantage after 3. And then the Bulldogs outscored Fond du Lac 11-8 in that fourth quarter, but it did not make a difference as the Cardinals hold on to win by 7. Take a look at some final scoring individual totals. 16 points for Robbie Springborn, a game high. 15 points for Chris Saberlich. Then 6 points for Casey West, who fouled out of the game. 5 points for Sean Bartelt and Derek Arndt. And 2 points for John Shave. As for the Cedarburg Bulldogs, they were led by 9 points for both Aaron Albrecht and David Lemon. 8 points for Mike Drivka. 6 points for Justin Milky, who fouled out. 5 points for Chad Donitz and 4 points for Andrew Koenitzer. The Bulldog player of the game, David Lemon, he finished with 9, and he was one of the go-to guys down low. Up next for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, they will play the Neenah Rockets, a team they ended their season Last year, Neenah went 16-6 a year ago, 14-4 in conference play, finished in second place in the Fox Valley Association. They lost 2 starters, they returned 3. And as we said, they had their season ended in a WIAA first-round sectional in Oshkosh to Fond du Lac. Some team strengths, scoring. And again, Tuesday will be Neenah's first game, and it will be the Fox Valley Association Conference opener. Earlier, I talked to Dick Diener about that game. Joined by Coach Diener, and you open up conference play on Tuesday. You play the Neenah Rockets, a team you ended their season last year in the tournament. What's your scouting report on Neenah?
Neenah is one of those teams that's going to be contending for the title, as I think we are. They are a team that brings back a lot of experience. They have one of the better players in the league in Kellett. He's a 6'4", 6'5", inside outside guy, and you know, they return their starting point guard. They return 2 other starters, so they're very experienced and they're very explosive, very talented team.
As I mentioned, it is the first game to open up conference play. Talk a little bit about the 10-team Fox Valley Association.
Well, our league is going to be one where you've got Appleton West, which returns a lot of starters, and of course in that bunch is Brian Butch, who everybody's heard of him, and they are definitely on paper the prohibitive favorite to win our league. Be very difficult for any other team to upend them. Now, having said that, with injuries and everything else that can happen, it's possible. Then you have the 2 Oshkosh schools that are going to be very, very solid. Kimberly's going to have a nice team. Kaukauna's got the Holsell kid, who's a 6'8" Division I player. Neenah is very, very explosive. I would throw our squad in the mix there. And I would throw Appleton East as a really quick team, a great perimeter team, and a great three-point shooting team. So there are, 7 teams that legitimately, could beat, I think, have an opportunity to beat Appleton West on a given night. And of course, there's going to be some real wars when those teams get after it.
Up next for the Bulldogs, they will play the Milwaukee Madison Red Knights. The Red Knights have their 3rd coach in 3 years. They went 10-12 a year ago, 5-9 in conference play, tied for 11th with Milwaukee North. Last year was a 59-52 Milwaukee-Madison victory. Bulldogs looking for some revenge. It will be the first game inside the new CHS Fieldhouse. Earlier, I talked to head coach Ben Siebert about that game next week on Friday at CHS. Again, being joined by Coach Siebert, 3rd-year head coach of the Bulldogs. And what's your scouting report on next week's opponent, Milwaukee-Madison?
Well, we're just learning a little bit about them. They lost their first game on Wednesday night. They play on Tuesday, so we're going to go and get some film on them. I know they do have a really solid post player named Michael Bridges, who people are saying is possible Division I potential for college. So they beat us last year with some real good guard play, so we're really expecting another big battle.
Now this year, they're on their 3rd coach in 3 years. Do you think that's going to affect the team in any ways? Because a lot of the players, they got to adjust to a new coaching style from that of last year's head coach.
I think that can be very tough. Learning different things and different philosophies for kids for the 3rd time can be very hard to do. And I'd say they're probably going to be playing their best basketball later in the year.
Our next tape delay telecast of Bulldogs girls varsity basketball will be of Saturday, November 30th matchup against either Racine Park or Milwaukee Hamilton. The game will air on Channel 14 on Wednesday, December 4th at 8 o'clock. It's Bulldog Athletics all year long on Channel 14. Bulldogs 0-2 after losing to Cedar Grove last week, and earlier today they lost to Brookfield East. The Dogs were led by Angie Rintelman's 12 points in that 44-31 loss to Cedar Grove. She had all 9 first-quarter CHS points. As we said tonight, CHS lost to Brookfield East and will play either the Racine Park Panthers, who are dealing with some serious injury problems, or the unpredictable Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. But here tonight at Fond du Lac, it was the Cardinals defeating the Bulldogs by 7, 48-41. This season is supposed to be one for the record books, and you can be a part of it. Don't miss the boys varsity basketball home opener at the brand spanking new CHS Fieldhouse as the Bulldogs play host to Milwaukee Madison on Friday, December 6th. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. It's CHS B-Bowl. Don't miss a game. Our next tape delay telecast of Bulldog boys varsity basketball will be of next Friday, December 6th matchup against Milwaukee Madison. The game will air on Channel 14 on Sunday, December 8th at 6 o'clock. It's Bulldog Athletics all year long on TV 14, your ultimate CHS connection. Connection. For Jeff Wiekert on camera, Jake Silva on stats, my name's Matt Menzel saying so long and good night from the Fond du Lac Fieldhouse. This season opens up the way it was not supposed to. Fond du Lac picks up the win 48-41. We'll catch us Saturday from Brookfield. You've been watching Bulldog Basketball here on Channel 14, your ultimate CHS connection. Good night, everybody.